And welcome to a big Star Citizen news, and it's gonna be an awesome week for you guys out there, especially this weekend. And before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button for more Star Citizen news, and welcome to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2951, aka, or rather, the shorter version is IAE 2951. And the best part, play Star Citizen for free until December 1st. That's a whole 10 days for you. Alright, I started this video a bit late, one day late, because yesterday I was playing with my friends, and we had an enjoyable time bringing new friends. We have one or two friends who just started Star Citizen lately, and we're just bringing through them the ups and downs of Star Citizen. And the best part is I will plan to do a live stream for Star Citizen, so stay tuned and like and subscribe. So that's great. So play Star Citizen for free until December 1st. Click more for details. Well, we are at the page already. So more about the expo, now let's go with straight. What is Star Citizen? Star Citizen is a space sim, and of course for you veterans out there, it's RAE at 2951 is basically the anniversary for, well, technically speaking, it's the date that CIG has decided that it should be the anniversary celebration for Star Citizen. And how to celebrate? By letting everyone play for free for a very long time. Usually it's 2 weeks. In this case, we have 10 days, which is 12. No, December 1st, 12 days, because I started one day late, November 19 to December 1st. So it's a full it says 13 days here, I'm going to say full 12 days for you to play. And the best part is you can fly every available ship in the game for free, and that's all it is, right? So how to get it in? So all you need to do is create an RSI account, download the game client, launch the game, and if you use a referral code, this is the best part is, right? If you use a referral code, links and guide down below, not only you get to play the game, and when you purchase the game, you get an extra ship for free. And that's right, it's the lower left corner, is the Argo MPUVC for lifetime insurance for free. And that's all you need, right? It's a free ship when you pledge before this. Thing is before December 1st, right? This is before November 30th, if I'm not mistaken. So you only have around end of the month, and you basically got 9 days to decide, and 9 days is good enough for you to decide whether you want to play the game or not. And the best part is, if you do not know what ship to buy or what you should get, well, I am here to guide you. You have two packages for you to pledge. That's the Mustang IAE 2951 starter package or the Nomad IAE 2951 starter package. Both of them are on discount, and the best part is not only you get a ship, you also get a free ship paint, aka skins, and a 10-year insurance. That's a lot, right? That's a lot. More about this insurance and lifetime insurance on the next video, because right now they haven't ironed it out fully. But as far as I know is, if you buy the ships with in-game cash, with real money, you will keep the ship forever, right? Only ships that you bought with in-game, if it's destroyed, and it will be lost, like EVE Online. But again, the actual FAQ is not out yet, so I would say doesn't matter, right? 10 years, lifetime. Of course, personally, I will always recommend lifetime, right? So for now, as long as you buy with cash, not in-game money, you will keep the ship permanently. That's the good news. And it's on discount. Why not? Personally, I will always recommend the cheapest one, Mustang. But however, Mustang is a fighter ship, right? I need to change a bit, because when it says starter, it says everyone expects it to do everything and anything. Unfortunately, fighter ships in the Star Citizen universe, well, you can't do cargo runs, which is a bummer. Yeah, they should actually put the Aurora MR out as well. So I don't know why they only have Mustang and the Nomad. The Nomad, however, is a better ship. However, it's almost twice the price. So it's a little bit hard to recommend this ship because of the price tag, but still, $40 to $76. Now, we have better options, which I'm going to take you through, right? $40 plus another 36, you can get another ship for the price of $76. So, in my opinion, I would say get the Mustang, right? Get the Mustang because you always can upgrade later. But at the same time, save 20%. No. My money is still on the cheaper package because you can buy the Nomad in the inverse. In the verse with in-game cash, which is fantastic. Of course, we have weekly guide. Right now, the start season is in new Babbage, right? And Tobin Expo Center, which we're gonna go through, and then I'm gonna do a live stream I will do a live stream as best as I can. If not, I will do a tour of the Tobin Expo Center. Right now we are day 2, 1 day late. Not the best thing, but like I said, yesterday I was playing with my friends and we had a great time, right? Bringing new people to the verse, right? Disclaimer, and that's it. All right. So before we push on to the schedule, right, day 1 and day 2, do note that you only need the starter pack, or if you only need a pack with the game, right? As long as you got the Star Citizen digital download, that's all you need, right? No need to pay any extra. Every extra ships that you buy basically contributes to the development of Star Citizen, and that's all about it, right? No pressure to buy any other ships, but for people like me, sucker, I love ships, and especially internet spaceships. Well, this is where the fun begins. So let's start with Anvil Aerospace Day 1. We have lots of awesome ships, and one of the best ship is available in-game right now, but the price tag will scare you. That's why I don't want to, I would say don't feel pressured on buying expensive ships, right? However, if you are dead set of buying a ship in-game right now, or rather to fluff up your fleet in this case, right? The Arrow right now is at $75, very good nimble ship, highly recommended. The Anvil Ballista is a ground vehicle, unfortunately $140. This one is a bit expensive, and I have a better option for you if you really want a ground vehicle. So I'll say stay off from this unless you're in a military organization. Then I think it's great, but even though you're in a military org, $140, there are better choices, right? The C8X Pisces Expedition, this is actually a very, very good starter ship. I don't know why they don't put this as the discounted starter pack, because this is a very, very good ship. I have this as well, and it's fantastic. And if you are here like 2 years ago when they introduced this ship, it was a very good pick, right? It was, I think, $40, it was about 60 or $55 with the game, and that's great. This is the ship that I would recommend for everyone and anyone who wants to pick it up, right? Especially when it's $45. Of course, we have better options as well, just a little bit more money. So let's move on. The Carrack, as you can see, is $600. This is crazy expensive. Would I recommend this ship? No. When it was cheaper, yeah, maybe, but now $600, this is tough, right? It's tough. I'm not going to recommend. Not going to recommend due to the price tag. $600 gets you better options, right? The Crucible, okay, so this is a concept ship. Right now it's not flyable in-game, right? Do you know there's an in concept here? This is actually a very, very good deal right now. $350. Yes, it is very expensive per se, but this is a repair and a support ship. Now, theory craft. Now, as much as I hate speculation and theory, but if, let's say, I read the description correctly, we can put a ship in the bay, repairing bay, and you still can fly the Crucible. Maybe a bit slower, I don't know yet, so we need to wait for more information on this. But if you can park the ship and you can still fly the Crucible, this is it's a worthy pickup, right? $350 is technically a mini pocket carrier in this case for $350, plus it's in concept. So when it's flight ready, it's gonna be a little bit more pricier. The F7C Hornet, my personal favorite. If you want a bit more beefy pew pew, the F7C Hornet is a decent, solid pick. Now I say decent because we have a lot of options for the medium fighter, right? Do note combat medium fighter. We have a few great options, and $110, this is the cheaper end for a medium fighter, but a more expensive high end for a light fighter. So there are pros and cons in between, but personally F7C is a solid, right? It's a good, decent, solid pick if you are if you got a little bit more cash to spare, but you're tight on cash. That's right. Of course, we have the Hornet Wildfire, $175. This is a decked out F7C. Yeah, as you can see, big difference, $65. This F7CM Super Hornet. Now, this is the top of the line medium fighter. This is almost I'll put it this way, almost an S-class medium fighter in my opinion, and it has all the bells and whistles, and it's a it's a two-pilot fighter ship. So yeah, it is pew pew, maximum pew pew. And of course we have the Hornet Tracker. Basically they track Pathfinder / Explorer / Tracker ship, $140. Now do note that all the Hornets, this is the plus point, the middle compartment is interchangeable to a certain extent as far as I know. So yeah, it's gonna be great. So the only difference is the Hornet Ghost. Hornet Ghost has a bit different build compared to the rest of the Hornet. I think it's a bit more weaker in terms of armor and armor in general, but in return it gains, not to say stealth capability, but low signature capability. And low signature means harder to track, harder to scan, and harder to lock. That's the whole idea. So $125, I think that's a decent deal, right? Decent. Is it better than the standard F7C? Alright, if you want to spend a little bit more, I think the Hornet Ghost is a good pick. It's a good pick. Not the best pick, but good pick. The Gladiator is a combat and bomber ship, $165. That's, you know what, I'm going to put this aside because bomber ships, $165. We have good choices, but a bit more expensive. But the Gladiator, I think it's decent. Two-pilot ship as well. So we will keep this under no comments because there are better dual-pilot ships. And that before we go there, we have the Hawk. This is a bounty hunter ship, light fighter, $100. This is a very good ship for bounty hunting, in my opinion, and I actually kind of liked it. It has a nice silhouette, and I like foldable landing wings and stuff. So $100, I think it's decent for a bounty hunting ship. Now this is the top of the line two-pilot ship, the Anvil Hurricane. Yes, it is $195, one of the most expensive ship in the Anvil line. It's a combat heavy fighter. Okay, so we have entered the heavy fighter category, and the main reason is it has size 4 pilot weapons plus a size 5 man turret. Okay, when you say size 5, we don't care about the size 5. I think it's 4 size 3 hard points for the support, or the second pilot, the combat turret, man turret. You know, I'm going to call it man turret instead. So yeah, this is fantastic. If you want to pick up if you're going to do double pilot combat, the Hurricane is a very solid pick. Very solid, right? And of course, we have the in-concept Liberator. This is basically space hovercraft, and $575. This is a very expensive ship, and do know this is a military ship. So for people who are not gonna do military organization, not gonna do a lot of pew combat, the Liberator is a very hard pass in my opinion. But then again, it is a pocket carrier. Technically speaking, it's a transport and a light carrier. You can carry tanks and you can carry fighter ships, as you can see up here, right? But $575, you know what, for casual pilots like me and you, and people who are tight with cash, I would say skip, right? It's an easy skip. Cool, but easy skip. Probably just grind it in game. And of course, this is the ground transport that I will recommend, the Flight Ready Spartan, right? Now do note this is $80 if you buy now, but we have a interesting value for, basically this just introduced for the IAE 2951, so you actually get a cheaper price tag for the Spartan. It is $65 only if you're going to pay with fresh cash, and it comes with lifetime insurance. So this is a very, very solid pick in terms of ground transport, in my opinion. And if you want to buy more expensive shit that is $80, or not say $80, that are above $80, pick the Spartan for $65 and you got a $15 discount if you upgrade to another ship. Instantly. Win-win. Highly recommended for people who want to pick larger ships. And we have the Exploration Terrapin, right? $220. Now this is a very niche ship in my opinion, and currently the Exploration is a little bit not in the game. So $220, it's a hard pick, right? Very hard. And in my opinion, I would say if you really wanted any of the ships that's above $80, pick the Spartan, and we're gonna CC you to them, right? And you might score some cheaper ships along the way with IAE 2951 because there's lots more CCU out there, and we're going to walk you through. I'm going to walk you through how to play this little CCU game. And of course we have the dropship, Valkyrie dropship, $375. So now we are getting like, okay, we are getting a lot of combat military ships out here, and at the same time Anvil Aerospace is a military, right? In lore they are a military supplier, so obviously you see a lot of military ships. Now the Valkyrie, again, love this ship, love the design, I love everything about this ship except that is $375 and I need a big group, right? This ship cannot operate by one person. It needs minimum 3 to 4 people to fully crew this ship, and yeah, it's tough. But other than that, it is a nice beefy ship. $375, better options. You have better options in my opinion. And that's all for the Valkyrie. That's all for Anvil Aerospace. And of course, we have Wheatley's Guide, aka the Space Top Gear, if you want to put it this way. Now special offers, okay, cool. So that's about it. So that's all for Anvil Aerospace, aka yesterday, aka day 1. Now before we move on to day 2, I know this video is going to be super long. We're going to check about the buying options, and this is where it comes. Right, so we have the Warborn limited time, right? So this is awesome. Spartan, lifetime insurance, Southland hangar, right? The hangar, we're gonna put it aside. $65 US. Fantastic. Now, what do we have in stock for people who want to buy with in-store credit? Spartan, 120 months insurance, aka 10 years, Southland hangar, $80. Look at that. $15 discount straight away. And it's flipping fantastic. Now, fun bit is special upgrade offer. We have a Warborn upgrade for limited time. Now this is very, very, very good in my opinion. And for people who wants to do the CCU game or chain CCU, this is actually a very good pick, right? Very, very good pick. So we can actually do a quick upgrade now to show you how it looks like. So we can pick the Spartan. So let's make sure we pick the correct one, $65. And then if you have any other ships available, like for example the Mustang Alpha, I know it's the starter pack, so the starter pack for Mustang Alpha is oh great, where are you? It's a $35 ship. There we go, Mustang Alpha. So you can actually pay $35 extra and then you get the Spartan. Now this is gonna be $65. Yes. And then for that, instead of having a right by default Mustang Alpha has already 10 years insurance, but you can upgrade to the Spartan with cheap. Or if you already had some other ships, for example, you have the Avenger Stalker, just pay $5 and then boom, you save another $15 for more expensive ship. So this is a very quick CCU PSA game. So I would recommend picking up either the special upgrade offer or the Warborn offer. The $80, I would say skip it for now, right? Skip it because these are new. This is I wouldn't say once in a lifetime, but these are one of the opportunities that are super rare and it comes here and then, right? It's not every time, especially this Warborn upgrade this Warborn package with $65 for lifetime insurance. Okay, and that's all. Skins, normally I avoid skins. Ground militia pack, 400. Alright, so we are entering the package territory. I'm going to skip the pack for now because they are expensive, and for people like me and you, we're not going to buy packs anytime soon. And for people who already had a lot of ships and vehicles, most likely they already rearranged their fleet to have packs. So self-explanatory in most parts. Alright, so moving on to day 2. I know this is going to be another long video, but do bear with me a little bit. So day 2 is Robert Space Industry, one of my favorite brands. In fact, one of the ships that I fell in love is actually from RSI. And of course, RSI or Robert Space Industry is one of the first, well, in lore, the first brand that gets that makes spaceship. And of course, Robert's obviously the creator for Star Citizen. Self-explanatory, right? Of course, he has to put his name in the game. Now, let's move on to what do we have. We have the Apollo Medivac, $275. Now, this one is a special medical ship. It is a bit more expensive. Of course, there are a cheaper one, but personally, white is awesome, right? Of course, the Apollo Triage, $250, $25 cheaper. $25 cheaper. Now, we need to double check what's the difference between the Triage and the Medivac, right? So this one I will not go into details because we're going to check ships. Now personally, anything has the word medical bed or an ambulance, it's worth picking up for people who like to do a lot of first person shooter or FPS pew pew, well, either in planetary or in space station. Now the Apollo Triage is special, right? Or the Apollo in general. RSI Apollo is special because it has a tier 1 bed. And what is a tier 1 bed? Tier 1 bed is basically a bed for you to respawn. That's very important. Currently, I think that's what they said so far in the, I think, did they say it somewhere? Okay, no. Previously, they did say that the Apollo Triage has the capability of having a T1 bed, and T1 is respawn. Don't know if they changed anything else because a lot of ships recently they implemented the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 for the medical gameplay for Alpha 3.15 or 3.15, and that changes a lot of dynamics, right? It is a bit sad in my opinion because the ships that I used to love lost its respawn capability. So personally, I will pick up the Apollo instantly if I can confirm that the bed is a respawn bed. $250, yes, it's a bit expensive, but if it's a respawn point, priceless, right? Especially for Trent, $250, priceless. Of course, we have the Aurora series, aka the starter series. We have a few starters. So we have the Aurora CL, we have the Aurora ES, which is the cheapest version. We have the Aurora LN Legion, aka Combat, and we have the Aurora LX, which is luxury. So basically it's a normal Aurora with a bit more comfort, creature comfort, but then again it's in the digital world, so you don't really feel it. And the Aurora MR, which is the staple starter ship. Now the MR is awesome, look at that, $30. So you could have bought the Mustang, and then you can buy the Aurora MR, or in this case I will recommend the ES. Where are you, ES? LN, ES, okay, there we go. Buy the ES for $20 because the ES is basically the bare bones of a Aurora, and then you just upgrade them, right? Simple as that. And the Aurora was and has always been the upgradable everyday man, the daily driver. So yeah, I think that's great. And of course we have much more stuff. So yeah, if you're gonna buy a Nomad, my recommendation, Mustang Alpha, and they get the Aurora ES, right, $20. Or you can grind it in-game. In-game is actually very cheap. Now, not to say that the Nomad is bad, so when we get to Consolidated Outland show day, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Mustang Alpha and the Nomad. And of course, the ship that I fell in love with is the Constellation Andromeda. $240. Technically speaking, this is the OG Millennium Falcon in Star Citizen. It can do everything. It has a parasite ship, it has beefy guns, it has good cargo bay, no smuggling bay, sadly. It has turret that can hold up to 2-man turrets, which means you can bring up to 3 friends, right? Parasite ship, you, and 2 on the turret. So this is a very, very good ship out there. $240. This is by far one of the cheapest multi-crew ship ever, and it's a gunship. This is flipping fantastic. And so one small little perk, it has enough missiles to do a Macross massacre. Well, back then it can do. Now they change it a little bit, so not so great. But this ship has a lot of missiles. A lot of missiles. And then of course we have the Constellation Aquila. Now the Aquila is the exploration variant. $310. Alright, still okay, but I think this is the best, right? Out of everything, that's the best. Aquila, of course we have the Constellation Phoenix. This is the luxurious version, $350. You know what? Andromeda still wins. Andromeda still wins. And of course we have the cheaper one, Constellation Taurus. Now the Constellation Taurus gives up a snub fighter, a parasite ship, for bigger cargo bay. That's why it's cheaper. And I think we also get less missiles. I need to double check about this. But other than that, it's just missing the parasite ship. So actually Constellation Taurus is also a very solid pick if you don't have enough money or if you don't want to spend too much. I also will recommend the Constellation Taurus, hands down. Right? You just don't have a parasite ship. I think that's okay, right? That's okay. Definitely solo pilot. I mean, you can fly it solo, easy. And of course we have the Mantis. Now Mantis is a bit special. It's a interdictor, and this is a, again, it is a niche ship, right? $150. Niche ship, $150. That's about right. So interdictor, very simple. Sets up a bubble. You can't warp out or warp. Not say warp in when you can't warp out or jump, hyper jump out or quantum jump in this case for Star Citizen. And if you are quantum jumping halfway and if you enter the bubble, you will stop. So this is a very good ship when you play as a group. Very weak in terms of firepower. Of course, this is one of my favorite ships. It's the Orion. It is an industrial heavy mining ship. For me, after playing in E49 for years, well, I'm a sucker for rock mining, and $575. It is an expensive ship, but it is awesome. Also, it is in concept. Price will go up. In fact, the price already has went up, I think, twice. I think it's twice. I didn't get it for cheap, so I mean, I didn't manage to get it for cheap, so that's the downside. Perseus, this is also a very nice ship. It's a combat frigate. Frigate? I can't pronounce this properly. It's basically a nice combat frigate or corvette. It's a beefy military ship. $675. It is expensive. So what do you get in this little ship or this awesome frigate? This has two, right? To put it this way, two twin size 7. I think it's a size 7. I totally forgot about the stats. I think it's size 7 or size 8 turret, and that's 2. It's not 2. It's 2 times 2, so it's 4 size 7 turret, and it's a lot of pew power, right? One of the largest gun that you can outfit in a ship right now. Of course, the biggest belongs to the Idris, and that will be for tomorrow. And the Idris has a size 10 rail gun, and it's only one, right? This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. And it's still in concept, so this price will definitely go up when it's flight ready. Personally speaking, I love this ship. Love this ship. Would I pay $675? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I'd rather buy the Polaris in this case. This is a combat corvette. This has size 10 torpedoes. It has a hangar bay. This has everything I want, and it's well, I'm going to treat it as a mobile base. So if I were to spend that amount of money, $750, I would get something that can do almost everything. The Perseus is somewhere in between yay, and it needs a little bit more stuff. So the Perseus, if I'm not mistaken, does not have a medical bay. I need to double check. So far, I remember the Perseus didn't say anything about medical bay, whereas the Polaris has a medical bay. And the only question is it a tier 1 or a tier 2 medical bay? Right? If it's a tier 1, easy. This is a very highly recommended ship. But $750, it's not everyone's cup of tea. So, yeah. And of course, we have the in-concept Scorpius. Yeah, now this ship, I can recommend. $220, yes, it is a bit more expensive. It's a 2-pilot ship, or rather a pilot and a gunner, and this is technically, arguably, a little bit better than the Anvil Hurricane that we have saw. Of course, the Hurricane is cheaper, $195. This is $220. Now, this is cool because it has, well, an X-wing silhouette, and the turret can actually face front and can literally face at the back, like literally at the back. So you actually get a very good firing arc, whereas the Hurricane, you only have the 180 top. This one can literally look at the back. So in my opinion, the Scorpius has a little bit more uniqueness and a little bit more advantage. And to top it off, the Hurricane has only 2 size 4 pilot control hardpoint, whereas the Scorpius has 4, if I'm not mistaken, 4 size 3 weapon hardpoints. So in this case, the Scorpius out DPS the Hurricane, technically speaking, right? Technically speaking. So this is actually quite nice. Quite nice. The Ursa Rover is $50. Now, of course, the Ursa Rover is a nice ground vehicle, but I would recommend get the Anvil Spartan. That's a bit more better, right? And that's about it. I know it's $65. I mean, $15 more, but I think it's worth getting one, right? Especially Spartan. Ursa Rover is great. It's still good. Ground vehicles on one end is, technically speaking, arguably not worth picking up if you don't have a nice big ship to carry them or transport them. But the Spartan, because you can CCU them to more expensive ship, that's why I recommend the Spartan plus lifetime insurance. And what do we have for the special war bond deal? And of course, we have the Scorpius with 10-year insurance, which is fantastic. And how we want to do is, how much do we save with war bond CCU? So the Scorpius is technically $220, so you get another $15 discount. So if you want to buy anything above $220, let's say the Apollo Medivac or the Triage. So the Triage is $250. So by buying the Anvil Spartan plus the Warbond edition for the Scorpius, you instantly save $30 US, which means it's cheaper by $30. Plus, if you get a Spartan, it's lifetime insurance on the Apollo Triage, and that is, in my opinion, a very good deal. Yeah. And that's all I have for you for today. I know I take a very long time. Of course, yeah, we got Tycho. I want this hoodie. I really want this hoodie. So we have some Star Citizen merchandise as well, which is fantastic. And I love them. I regret didn't get some of the merchandise. So for this Star Citizen, I'm going to grab as much. I mean, not saying as much. I'm going to grab the main one. Oh, Finley, the Stormwall plush. I love this. I love this. I haven't get this yet. I promised myself to get one, but the enamel pins are also worth getting, in my opinion. But the one that I want is the Star Citizen Infinity Pullover. This one I want to get. $80, yes, it's a bit more expensive for actual apparel, but it has a Star Citizen embossed logo at the back, and it's sleek. It's not in your face like not say like this, but it's not in your face. It's just black with a nice emboss. So how can I say no? How can I say no? Yeah. The Origin Jump Fleece is nice. The Drake Interplanetary t-shirt, yeah, this is like in your face thing. So not to say I don't like it, but it's too in your face. Like this is too much, the front part. But the back, I like the back. This back part is super sweet. Super sweet, super sleek. The Origin Jump Fleece is also very nice. We have the Origin logo here, plus the Star Citizen logo down here. So this is nice. Nice, clean, nice and clean. I like nice and clean tees and hoodies. Yeah, this is definitely not for me. Not for me. I'm as much as I like the Christmas sweater style, but my money is on sleek and nice. So this is very, very nice. Very, very nice. I think we have a few more apparels. Like the dual tone is great, but I don't know, it doesn't speak. This one is nice, classic tees, but no. The Infinity Pullover, that gets my pick. The Robert Space tee, this is actually quite nice. They love logo out here, but the logo is a bit too much. This is nice. I like this. This is cool. Of course, we have the navy like this. This is overkill in my opinion. Yeah, but it's a typical navy, military style t-shirt. the navy fuel jacket. This is actually a very nice jacket. I actually wanted them. The Mantis t-shirt is great fun, like this. The graphic, this should be at the front. This should be non-existent, like this should be at the front. One front, one back. This is actually very nice. I like this. I like this as well. Yeah, there are a few good stuff. But out of everything, this is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Well, that's all I have for you for today. So before I go, like, subscribe, hit the notification button for more Star Citizen news, and I'll try to do lots of live. In fact, I will do live playthrough and around. So definitely join up, right? And if you miss, I mean, if I didn't do live, right? If I don't do live, there will be more videos coming your way for Star Citizen and tips and tricks on what ship should you get. And until then, fly safe, universe, and I'll see you guys next time.